Big shootout. And now today, the 59th renewal of this rivalry. And we're in the state of Arkansas, in the Ozarks, where it's 55 degrees and perfect for today's game. NCAA football from Razorback Stadium in Fayetteville, Arkansas. A battle of two undefeated teams. The second-ranked Longhorns of Texas meet the eighth-ranked Razorbacks of Arkansas. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is what's happened in 1977 to these two Southwest Conference rivals. 4 wins, no losses. Texas, #1 in scoring, nearly 50 points average per game. Arkansas with 40 points a game. They are stingy defensively, which we'll talk more about later. It's the Arkansas band on the artificial turf here at the Razorback Stadium, as we've had a sellout here since midsummer. There's the scene, ladies and gentlemen, the artificial turf. 59th meeting between these teams. Texas is Arkansas's oldest rivalry. There are the Texas cheerleaders, the two fingers, the index, and the little. They are ranked #2, but that means for the Longhorns, hook 'em horns. 4 wins, #1 team in the country scoring, #2 in total defense, #5 in rushing defense. So both teams have the offensive punch, but they have the defensive might to make this a great game. And here is the finest in the country, Russell Erxleben. Texas won the toss, ladies and gentlemen. They elected to take the wind era. It's coming from left to right at a 20-mile-an-hour clip.
Well, when you have a guy like Erxleben, I'll guarantee you this, there'll be no kickoff returns in this football game unless they're kicking into the wind. And I think I do the same thing. It's 55 degrees, 20-mile-an-hour wind. I let the team go the hard way.
Erxleben has it low. Tommy Rystrom of Shawnee Mission, Kansas, #11 for the Arkansas Razorbacks, moved it. Just let it go through the end zone. It'll come back out to the 20. As we look at the Arkansas backfield men. Arkansas, the backfield men. Here they are. Ron Calcagney is the quarterback. He's from Youngstown, Ohio. Ben Cowens, ranked 3rd in the country. Roland Sales can fly as the fullback. And the flanker, Downey Bobo, is something special. The split end, Bruce Hay. And there you see Scheer, the great defensive player for the Texas Longhorns. Leotis Harris is head-to-head with him from the 20. Calcagney hands off, and look at the Texas defense. And Scheer, #77, is one of them. On the #3 rusher in the country, #28, Ben Cowens of St. Louis, Missouri. Dwight Jefferson, #80, was also in defensively, and as you see, they may have gained the length of a football era.
I tell you, Brad Scheer is #77, the left defensive tackle for the Texas Longhorns. Played a tremendous game against Oklahoma last week, and he's off to a great start in this game. They challenged him, and he met the challenge.
So it's 2nd down and 10 for Calcagney. The Arkansas Razorbacks in red. They turned out about 5 yards. Roland Sales, #21, carried on the play. As we look at the men up front that opened the hole for Sales, Steve Hine, tackle. This is the Arkansas line. Shoemaker. There's Harris we talked about, head-to-head with Scheer, 77 of Texas. Kalinda, Charles Clay, a tight end, and Tuff. So now, with the ball out at the 25, it's a 3rd down and 5. Can they convert this 3rd down situation? No, the Texas defense has done it. Ben Cowens held to about 1.5 yards as Morgan Copeland was in on the play. The defensive work of Henry Williams, Brad Scheer, Copeland, Taylor, Martinoni, McMichael, and now back to punt is Steve Little, who, like Erxleben of Texas, does both the punting and the placement kicking. And this young man, like Erxleben, has a bionic leg. He is kicking into the wind now, but if he ever gets the wind to his back, he may set a record or two. Johnny Johnston is deep, one of the really fine athletes of the Longhorns. And #37, that is Glenn Zoology Blackwood of San Antonio. That brings it back, and as you see, they have great field position at the 47. So this man, Randy McErchin. There is Earl Campbell, the great back. Ham Jones is the halfback, 25. Lamb Jones, no relation. Lamb, the gold medal winner at Montreal. And the split end is Alfred Jackson. So let's see now if the Razorback defense will live up to its expectations and everything we've heard about them. And watching films there, they look mighty tough.
They sure do. And, of course, you'll see the Texas team not in the characteristic wishbone that Bill Royal popularized.
Slot formation to the near side. First and 10 from the 48. Great field position for the undefeated Longhorns. Number 20, Earl Campbell of Tyler, Texas, carried on the play, tackled by Larry Jackson. George James, offensive tackle, 79. Ingram, 73, a guard. There's the center, Wes Hubert of Texas, big and tough. Jeb Batts is an offensive guard up front. Dave Studdard, the tackle, and there's the tight end, Gil Harris. So Jackson now comes to the near side of the field on a second down and 6. Longhorns are they're in Texas territory. And from the Texas 47, Jimmy Walker makes a tackle on Lamb Jones. Johnny Lamb Jones, the defensive line. Mitchum, Walker, Freeman, Hampton, and Saxton for the Razorbacks. No score in the game as we look at the linebackers. Jackson and Hampton, a good one. Both backs are very mobile. Martin, Lusby, Schaap, and Sampson are the deep men in the secondary. Texas normally doesn't pass a lot, but I have a feeling, Era, that the secondary of Arkansas may be tested, and the same is true of the Texas deep men.
Well, both teams have had outstanding defensive records in their first 4 ball games, yielding yardage grudgingly. And interestingly, I think, with Campbell out of the I formation, you'll see Texas really in a multiple sets in the I and the veer, and you'll catch the Arkansas team mostly in the veer, but they can't throw the ball.
The game stopped because we have a malfunction, as you can see with the clock. Now they're resetting it. The referee, Percy Penn, in the white hat that you just saw, is from Dallas, Texas, a school administrator. And the word was just sent up to us. So now we have 3 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the first quarter. There is no score in the game. When Texas snaps it next, it'll be a 3rd and 3 from the Arkansas 44. If you just joined us, Texas won the toss because of the wind, took it, and kicked to Arkansas left to right with the wind to their back. So Arkansas failed to move it more than 6 yards, so they had to punt. And the field position was between the 47 and 48 of Texas and now the Longhorns. As we look at their band, it's a super band, and they'll perform at halftime. Waiting on the sideline is the Texas defensive star, number 77, Brad Shear. And you see the headlinesman and his crew, Shorty Lawson from Abilene, Texas. He's the athletic director of the Abilene City Schools. There's the cranking arm of the referee, Percy Penn, and now it's a 3rd and 3. The initial one for Texas. Jackson split to the left. In the slot is Lamb Jones, the Olympic star, number 26. Here comes Lamb. Look out. And Lamb gets near the first down. The ball squirted loose as Pat Martin hit him hard, but apparently not ruled as a fumble. Larry Jackson, number 66, recovering for the Horns. But apparently not a first down. Missed it to the length of a football. So with the wind to his back, Era, enter Russell Erxleben.
He's in 3-point territory for him. He's kicked a 67-yarder, a record. It was 64 or 63.5 yards and 58 last week. So let's take a look here.
From the 48 plus the 10, this is a 58-yard try. Erxleben, he's done this before. Erxleben gets a 58-yard field goal, and at 12:10 of the first quarter, the Longhorns go out in front by a score of 3-0. Stay with us. More action to come. Now, with a 1st and 10 from the 32, there is Earl Campbell, the senior from Tyler, Texas, and the Longhorns feel that he has a great shot at the Heisman Trophy this year.
Larry Jackson filled in there beautifully again and stopped the play. He's a real football player. Of course, so is Earl Campbell. He's tough to harness for 60 minutes.
6.9 yards per carry thus far this year. The number 5 rusher in the country, the number 2 scorer, number 20, Campbell. He gained a yard. It's 2nd and 9. McEachern of Pasadena, Texas, the quarterback. Campbell got a quick start, and the swarming Arkansas defense. I think that's a great way to describe them. They swarmed. Marty Mitchum was one of them, joined by Larry Jackson. Mitchum 56, Jackson 66, and Hampton 86. Texas now, second possession, 3rd and 6 at their own 36. They lead 3-0 on a 58-yard field goal by Erxleben. Intended for 82 Gil Harris. almost intercepted by Brad Schapp of Carlisle, Arkansas. So here we go. The first time that we're going to see the punting leg of Russell Erxleben.
Well, I'll tell you, I know the Razorbacks are happy to see the punting leg and not the field goal kicking leg, because if the pass had been completed, he'd been right back into field goal range again.
That's Vaughn Lusby of Arkansas, number 29. Back to punt, or back to receive. And there is Erxleben. High snap, no problem.
Goodbye.
With the wind, goodbye. Lusby has it at the 3, 5, 10, 15. And number 57, Scott Huntington of Baytown, Texas. We have a marker on the field. Made the tackle at the 16. Approximately 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. The clock is not operating visually, so we have to get, there's a clipping penalty called against the Razorbacks. Tough break. That was a 61-yard punt. Forrest and Cowens are the setbacks, half the distance to the goal line, first down from the 7. Cal Cagney on a keeper. He's a 6-footer, 188 pounds, a junior, who has hit on 20 of 36 passes, 3 touchdowns. He scored 3 touchdowns himself as Henry Williams makes the stop.
I think he throw the ball well, too. They've had a good blend of attack, and Lou Holtz will throw it. I think he'll wait until that second quarter when he gets the win.
So now we have a second down and 7. Barwigan to the far side. The pitch to Cowens. Barwigan blocking. They're filling beautifully the Texas defense. Lance Taylor and number 3, Derek Hatchett. There's quite a name, Derek Hatchett. San Antonio, number 3. All right, it brings up a third down. 3rd and 6 for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Averaging 40 points a game. Texas, number 1 in the country, 49.2 as we look at Erxleben. A confident-looking young man.
He's licking his chops, hoping they don't make the first down because he'll be back in there again.
Now, split to the near side is Donnie Bobo, number 44, on a 3rd and 6. Bobo! Did he ever go opposite? Well, he picked up some yardage on the play, and it's mighty, mighty close. Cal Cagney to Cowens, then to Bobo. And it is an Arkansas first down.
Oh, that's a big one, too.
Razzle, dazzle, Southwest Conference football, Arrow.
You know that if they'd had to kick into that win, it would be a big factor. They've got a first down and 10. They can bleed some more time off the clock in this first quarter, and that's what they're trying to do.
All right, Robert Farrell, 83, split to the top of your screen. Bobo is down to the right. From the 18, Cal Cagney. 33, Michael Forrest of Earl, Arkansas, junior, stopped by Mark Martinoni. And the stop comes at the 22, so there's a gain of 4, which means it'll be a second down and 6. About 4 minutes remaining. The clock's still not showing the exact time. As Bruce Hay, 81, is to the left. Bobo is also over there in the slot. And Lou Holtz's Razorbacks rely on Ben Cowens, number 28. There you see him getting up. He's 186 pounds. Much recruited football player. Brad Shearer, number 77 on the stop at the 26. So it's going to be, about a 3rd down and 2.
Well, if anybody's interested in watching the offensive line and the defensive line, there's 2 good guys to watch. It's Leotis Harris, the right guard of Arkansas, number 72, to match up with Brad Shearer, number 77.
The ends are in tight. 44 flanked out of view at the top of your screen. Bobo, 3rd and 2.
Delay again.
Another delay. When the ball is made ready for play in college football, you have 25 seconds to snap it.
Yeah, from up here, I don't know, maybe from my own coaching experience, it doesn't seem as if there was 25 seconds that had elapsed. They must have a clock on it, though, because they blew the whistle just before he snapped the ball.
The referee, Percy Penn from Dallas, Texas, with the ball now at the 21. It's going to be a 3rd down and 7. 5-yard penalty. Hay and Bobo in a slot formation to the near side of the field. No way, Cowens. And again, Brad Shear, number 77, from Austin, Texas, 6'4", 255 pounds. There he is, getting up.
Let's take a look at him again. I watched him yesterday in the film in the Oklahoma game. Look at him neutralize Leotis Harris and make the play straight up. That's picture book defensive play. He's a football player.
And he tacked a 3-yard loss. Isn't that something? Steve Little kicking into the wind again. Johnny Johnston, the receiver for the Texas Longhorns. There you go. All right, here it is. Hanging in the air. Texas is going to get great field position as they did on their first possession in the same spot.
Getting together.
Texas has the ball. And Earl Campbell shows you why. He's in the process of breaking the all-time Southwest Conference rushing record.
Well, he makes you pay the price for tackling him, and I've never seen anybody that can run through tacklers like he does. There was an example of it on that play. It looked like he was stopped for about a 2-yard gain, and he just ran right through the tackler.
And so close to a first down, just popping through there against that Razorback defense. And now we're going to have a measurement here as the sun is peeking now out from the clouds. And as we look to our left, which is to the north, from where the wind is coming, it's a beautiful blue sky here in the Ozarks. What a way to spend an autumn afternoon, Aaron.
Well, you know, we had dinner with Darrell and Frank on Thursday night, and Darrell was saying that he thinks Earl Campbell is probably, without question, a real Heisman candidate. He thinks he's a good one, and I think I concur with that after watching some films and also the way he's starting out today.
Well, Earl got the first down for the Longhorns, who have defeated Boston College, Virginia, Rice, 72-15. Oklahoma last week, 13-6, ranked number 2 in the country. Now they have a first down at the Arkansas 42. So they're nearing their deepest penetration, and McEachern wants a lot of yardage. It's hanging in the air. Lamb Jones had it in his dukes, but it was knocked away by Vaughn Lusby of Lawton, Oklahoma, number 29. Wow.
Oh, we're going to have an ISO here. Vaughn Lusby is only 5'9". You can see he has a handicap, but he comes down the field here. It looks like there was a little contact just before the ball got there, but there was no call. It was a close one.
All right. Now the Longhorns coming out with a second down and 10. Lockett in the lineup, 47, Jackson. And there goes Campbell. He got one fairly decent block, but then the swarming Razorbacks came over, led by Howard Sampson and Jerry Saxton, to put the stop on the far side of the field, right near the Arkansas 35. So that was a 7-yard gain. It didn't look like it, did it? So it brings up a third down and 3. Campbell he glides like a thoroughbred and just gains yardage when you don't realize that he is stepping out. McEachern, the quarterback for Texas, on a 3rd and 3. Lockett. McEachern. No gain. 4th down and 3. And Russell Erxleben, who kicked a 58-yard field goal with the wind to his back at 12:10 of the first quarter, will probably come in and, well, this is a little chip shot for him.
Right. They had a mix-up in the backfield that time. Looked like one of the backs went the wrong way. And, of course, they did not get the first down. But here comes the this is a chip shot for him. Erxleben,
52 yards there.
Right, but you can also miss a 3-foot putt, so let's see what happens.
Boy, it's long enough.
Oh, boy.
Would you believe it's good? Here today, with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter, Russell Erxleben has kicked a 58-yarder and now a 52-yarder, and Texas is on top, 6-0. All right, Rystrom is back deep. He's going to accept Erxleben's kick if it comes into the field of play. As you see, again and again, through the end zone, it's a touchback back to the 20.
Not going to be any kickoff returns, particularly when you're kicking to the south. The wind is still coming from the north. And I think we have a little under 2 minutes left to go in this quarter.
Here, we've just received word, a little less than 1. And You feel sort of naked, don't you, when you don't have the time up on the scoreboard. But they'll get that corrected, knowing the efficiency of the athletic department directed by Frank Broyles. On the 20 now, Arkansas has the ball. They trail 0-6. Cal Cagney. That was a beautiful move. Very heady running.
He was running just straight option down the line without a fake, found a little daylight, came upfield for about 7.5 yards. And I think that you'll see Lou Holtz's Arkansas Razorbacks start to put the ball in the air in the second quarter when they get the win.
Arkansas. There you see the clock registering 0-0, which has been the case throughout. Robert Farrell to the far side, because we have a 2nd and 3. But Cal Cagney decides to keep it on the ground, so it'll be a 3rd down coming up after a gain of perhaps a yard. Group gang tackling by the Texans. 99, Steve McMichael on Roland Sales. Coming to the lineup, bringing a play is Bruce Hay, and there you see the yardage needed on 3rd down for an Arkansas 1st down. Erxleben. You just joined us at 12:10 of the first quarter, a 58-yard field goal with about a minute and a half to go here in the first quarter. He came back with the wind blowing in, kicked a 52-yarder. So Texas leads 6-0. Lou Holtz is on the headset up to his spotters up here to our right and beneath.
Got an important play coming up, 3rd down and 1. The reason it's important is because if he can make it, he'll be able to get that win in the second quarter, and I know he's waiting anxiously for it.
Right. 44 Bobo at the bottom of your screen. Setbacks are Cowan's 28 and Sales 21 on a 3rd and 2.
He's got it.
There go the Razorbacks. Ricky Churchman saved 6 points by the quarterback, Cal Cagney, whom we mentioned earlier, rushed 41 times and 3 touchdowns. Ben Cowens was shaken up on the play. 33 comes in, Michael Forrest. Look at that.
Cal Cagney is really quick.
And now we have the end of the first quarter. And the Texas Longhorns, favored by 1, lead by a score of 6-0. And we'll be back for the second quarter following this. The college life. Okay. After a 23-yard gain by Cal Cagney, the quarterback, start of the second quarter, Arkansas with the win. Cal Cagney in the flat to Bobo. And Bobo, one of his favorite hooking plays where he spins, tries to take off, but Glenn Blackwood, number 37, disallowed it. But it's the deepest penetration by the Razorbacks into Texas territory. There you saw the sure tackle by Blackwood. So now at the 42, after a 7-yard gain, we have a 2nd and 3 for the Razorbacks. Now in the slot is Bobo. Outside is Robert Farrell. Ooh. Roland Sales, the sophomore from Fort Worth, Texas, 21. Hit hard by Henry Williams, 99 in on the play. Steve McMichael and 32 Lance Taylor of the Longhorn defense. Let's call the ball at the 41 era. It's a 3rd down and 2.
Lou Holtz has stayed right with this offense, their offense, and is at North Carolina State with great success, and they're doing a good job again this afternoon.
Cal Cagney on the option. He got the first down.
He did it with second effort.
Cal Cagney of Arkansas.
All you can see here, Texas had 2 first downs, but they've got the 6 points. The yardage, 89 for Arkansas, total yards 54 for Texas. But the score is 6-0 on the strength of Erxleben's foot.
58 yards, 52-yard field goals by the Longhorns. They lead 6-0. We're in the opening moments of the second quarter. 1st and 10 from the 38. Cal Cagney. He stumbled at about the 47. Steve McMichael was there first, joined by 80, Dwight Jefferson.
Good pass rush by Texas, and also good coverage downfield. They use a lot of man-to-man coverage, which is not characteristic of past Texas teams. But Fred Akers told me yesterday, as they were practicing, he feels that he's got the speed in the secondary to go ahead and play man-to-man. We'll see a lot of it this afternoon.
Bobo and Farrell to the far side at the top of your screen. They lost 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 19 from the Texas 47. Cowens and Sales, the setback. Cagney loops one out. Wide open. Oh! Charles Clay was wide open, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Wide open, and that following wind made the ball go a little farther.
There's 2 flags. One downfield where the receiver was, and at the line of scrimmage. See, Cagney comes back and throws the ball to Charles Clay. And he has his man beat. There's the flag there. But we have 2 penalties on the play, offsetting.
Offsetting, holding against the Razorbacks. There you see it. And defensive interference by the Texas Longhorns. So let's replay it, Errol.
That's what's going to have to happen. It's one time that Charles Clay, number 84, about 6 foot and 198, beat his man, and it was just slightly overthrown.
Remember, the Razorbacks have the wind here in the opening moments of the second quarter, trailing 0-6. Hay and Bobo set away on 2nd and 19. That's Sales. There it goes. Sales. A 29-yard smart run by Roland Sales. First down at the 19 of Texas.
Exceptionally well-executed screen. Something I'd like to see more of in college football. And Lou Holtz and the Razorbacks really executed that to perfection. Great running by Sales.
Sales, 21, is still in the lineup in the set position. 21, 28 is Cowens. On the 19, first down, Arkansas. Cowens trying hard. 83, Henry Williams, was really alertly in on the play. Number 8 joining him was Ricky Churchman, and there we look at Freddie Akers. Arkansas by birth, a place kicker, defensive back here in Arkansas, but now he's coaching the opposition.
Incidentally, Henry Williams made a great play defensively that time, number 83, because it could have been good yardage by the Razorbacks had he not made that defensive play.
Razorback fans, 2nd and 6 from the 15.
Guess who? Brad Shearer.
Boy, he is some football player, 255. He's a senior.
Well, when he's there, they just stop dead cold. They can't move. Watch Shearer here. Take a look at him on the replay. Leotis Harris comes out to block him. That's his arm out. He sheds the second guy. He looks like he's got everybody in there.
Now we have a 3rd down and 7 to the left. Number 85, Tim Adams, and 44, Bobo. 3rd and 7 from the 16 of Texas. Oh! Intended for Farrell. Derek Hatchett nearly pulled it down. So now we're going to see the talented toe and leg of Steve Little. 4 of 8 field goals. He had a 61-yard field goal versus Tulsa in '76.
Lou Holtz said that he's just as good. He thinks he has the same range as Erxleben. He just hasn't had the opportunity to kick the long one.
33-yard, slight angle to the left. This is Steve Little of Shawnee Mission, Kansas. A side-wheeler, flags are down. This one goes through the stands of the end zone. It was good. It was between the uprights, but let's watch for the penalty. The referee now, Percy Penn, offside against Texas, and declined, I would think.
Well, I think so.
They better.
It wouldn't make a first
Come
down.
on, referee, give the signal. There you go. All right, decline. So, here in the second quarter, it's a 6-3 football game. The press box at Razorback Stadium in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Here in the northwest part of a lovely state in the Ozarks. It's a wonderful day. 33-yard field goal by Steve Little, who will now kick to Texas. Texas leading 6-3. Johnny Lamb Jones deep. Alfred Jackson. Speedsters. So long. Steve Little, like Russell Erxleben, can really kick it. Little spent 3 years in Norway and came up with a soccer-style kick. He had a 33-yard field goal in that fashion. And Little wears only a size 7 shoe. But what a leg.
Well, you may see him kick a 60, 65-yarder. He's very capable, and if the opportunity arises, we may witness one by him also.
McEachern of Pasadena, Texas, has Lamb Jones and Ham Jones in the lineup from the 20. First down. Earl Campbell. And what a tackle by Marty Mitchum of Richardson, Texas. Defensive left end number 56. I guess the field goal fired Marty up.
Now, it was a good play because Campbell is not easy one-on-one, I'll guarantee. He was trying to slide to the outside. The play was designed to go off tackle left, and Campbell didn't see any daylight there and tried to weave back against the flood and flow of the Arkansas Razorbacks, but Mitchum was right there to shut it off.
Texas with the ball. They lead 6-3 with about 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Second and 12 now for the Longhorns from their own 18. Campbell. Oh, what badly. Boy, we are having some head knocking down here today.
Well, there was some contact there, and you can see Campbell picked up about 3 or 4 yards on that play on his own, just by hard running and running through tacklers.
He brought it from the 18 out to nearly the 25 era.
He gets a head of steam up. Woo!
So it brings up a 3rd and 5 for the Longhorns, who scored 2 field goals first, 58 yards and 52 yards. Arkansas came back with a 33-yarder, 6-3. 9.5 minutes remaining in the first half. There he goes. Earl Campbell.
You know, for a big man, 220 pounds, he really picks up his legs. He steps over people. He's got tremendous speed and power. And there was an example of it. He ran, didn't have much trouble that time, but he was stepping over people.
He lost weight in trying to gain some speed, and it sure helped.
I guess he was up around 240 or 45. He's down to 220 now, and they say he can really fly.
Mike Lockett is back in the lineup as a flanker to the far side. Jackson, number 2 over there. But there goes Campbell.
Well, they're featuring him out of the I formation now. They tried the veer, and now they got him in the I, and they're starting to penetrate the Arkansas defense.
He needs 121 yards to bust the Southwest Conference rushing record. He now has 53 yards and 9 carries, and he this time moved the ball out to the 46, where it'll be a 2nd down and 4. The hook 'em horn sign. Jackson to the near side. Lamb Jones. Number 66 in red, Larry Jackson of Hot Springs, and 86, Dan Hampton of Jacksonville, Arkansas.
Got a nice hole here, number 66 on Jackson. One of the fine Razorback linebackers. Seems Phil stepped right in and Phil on the play. And, of course, there's about 4 or 5 Razorbacks in on that one. Jones had no chance.
The 59th time these two teams have met. 3rd yard and a half. And you can tell that it's a first down by Earl Campbell of the Longhorns, tackled by Howard Sampson, 31, and Lusby, 29. Earl Campbell from Tyler, Texas, the city of roses in East Texas. Great spot. So with the ball now at the 44, the Longhorns have punched it from their own 20 to this spot. 6 plays they've done it, turning it out, leading 6-3. 2nd quarter. Speed of making a turn. Larry Jackson forcing him out of bounds. Number 66 in red.
Reggie Freeman, number 58, the nose man, the middle guard, came free, but Campbell has so much action and speed, he was able to turn the corner. It looked like he might get some negative yardage, but he still picked up 3.
Add 4 more yards for Earl Campbell. 2nd and 6 now. Campbell, a communications major at the University of Texas. An era enrollment at that Austin campus is something like 42,000 students.
Wow.
Here it's about 14,000 at Arkansas. 2nd and 6. Wow. Patrick Martin finally stopped Earl Campbell.
I think you're seeing on this drive why Darrell Royal feels that Earl Campbell is definitely a Heisman candidate. He's really putting on a show here.
He made 11 yards on that. Campbell and Erxleben have been the offensive punch for the Longhorns, who are undefeated and ranked number 2 in the country behind Michigan.
Not a bad combination.
No, it isn't. 2 field goals. Texas leading 6-3. Arkansas coming up with 1, and 77 yards for Campbell. Now the sun is out. Full. Jackson to the near side. Lamb Jones in the slot. From the 29, a flag flies.
Well, I think Texas was in motion. They were going on a quick count, but it looked from here like they were in motion. Let's see if that's the key.
Don't forget, at halftime, Bill Fleming will be with us, and so will the Arkansas and Texas bands. Always a sight to behold. And we'll have the Fireman's Fun flashback, and there I'll be thinking, though we're only in the second quarter, for the defensive offense, for the Chevrolet defensive and offensive players of the game.
Well, we've got a star here.
Yeah, that's right. Here's a signal. Procedure called against the Longhorns, and it is declined. Taking the down, so now it'll be, it's going to be second down and 10 from the 29. Lockett in the lineup, 47, replacing Jones. Coming to the near side, number 2 at the bottom of your screen, that's Jackson from Caldwell, Texas. Look at him converge on number 20 in white, Earl Campbell. Reggie Freeman, 58, Larry Jackson, 66. Campbell getting a workout. His 220-pound frame is being battered here in this drive that started at the 20. Now to the Arkansas 24. It'll be a 3rd down and 5.
Well, Chris, it looks like a pretty good move by Coach Akers to move Campbell back there in the eye. He has more time to read, and he's a punishing runner once he gets some steam up.
He's the deep back at the right of your screen. McEachern. No good, out of bounds. So it'll be a 4th down and 5. And of course, remember that Texas has Russell Erxleben. And even though they'll be kicking into the wind there,
yeah, but
I'd send him in anytime.
Looks like it's going to be about a 40, where's that ball? About a 41 or 2 yard kick.
There's the head coach, Freddie Akers, graduate of Arkansas, 39 years old, native of Seguin, Texas.
This should be a little tougher, Chris, into the wind. Erxleben's kicking 41 or 2 yards. I guess it has to be a little bit tougher.
Oh! It is blocked and down at the 37 of Arkansas. So they have finally stopped Erxleben. Arkansas takes over, trailing 3-6.
At Cavender,
Erxleben tried this field goal.
Patrick Martin, watch him lay out here. He's only 5'8", 172 pounds. Number 24 coming from the bottom of your screen. Look at him lay out here and block this field goal. Save 3 points. Tremendous effort.
All right, Arkansas getting the ball at the 36, 1st down. Cagney. Look at that. The lateral movement of those linemen and linebackers, 3 of them on the quarterback. Williams was one of them. Jefferson was another. Brad Shear was also in on the play.
Chris, it's interesting. Lou Holtz told me yesterday as we were in his office that he thought they might be able to block one of the field goal attempts, and he was right. They did.
Bruce Hay to the left. Bobo in the slot. 2nd and 8. Short of a 1st down. Michael Forrest of Earl, Arkansas, Jr., there he is, number 33, caught that pass as 45 comes into the lineup for Arkansas, and that's Doug Barwegan. And you may remember his late father, Dick Barwegan, an All-American at Purdue, played with the Baltimore Colts as well.
Great player.
So we have a 3rd down and 2. The ball is at the 44 of Arkansas. Collins. 1st down for Arkansas.
Just right around 5 minutes to go, Chris.
All right. Ricky Churchman, number 8, tripped him up. And looking to the far sideline. And the indication for the referee, Percy Penn. 1st down. The clock still not indicating the time here on the scoreboard, but we're being relayed the time as Ara Parsegian just gave you the time remaining in the first half.
You're going to look at a lot of screens and draws and passes, I think, from the Razorbacks here.
Cowens from his own 47 nearly hits the midfield stripe. Steve McMichael, number 99. He's from Freer, Texas. That's one town in Texas I haven't visited. Freer, F-R-E-E-R.
Well, I've been in the big cities in Texas, but I haven't been in many of the small ones, I guess. See, Cowens
You've got to go to Midland, and my favorite place is Kerrville.
Kerrville.
Yes, sir. Second down and 6 now for the Razorbacks. From the 49. Bobo. Close coverage by number 27, Johnny Johnson, the Longhorns' finest from LaGrange, Texas, on Bobo. He was joined by Glenn Blackwood, number 37, as you see Bobo, number 44, coming back to the Arkansas lineup, and it'll be a third down and 6.
Good reactions to the ball by the defensive secondary. Johnny Johnson's really a great one.
All right. Bruce Hay set to the left, Bobo to the right. Third down and 6. Hay could not reach it.
Had him open.
Yes, he did. So it's a fourth down and 6. The line of scrimmage is a 49. And we should see number 12 come running out on the field. Steve Little, who does the punting and the placement kicking, as does Russell Erxleben for the Texas Longhorns. Longhorns leading 6-3.
He's going to try one.
He's going to try. And the spot is the Arkansas 43. If he makes it, this will be a 66-yarder, one short of the record. My heavens to Betsy.
Look at here.
It is good. 66 yards. I can't believe it. A tie ball game. Holy mackerel.
Your heart.
You have to look at this again, ladies and gentlemen. A record-tying 67-yard field goal by Arkansas's Little.
Now watch the reactions by the Arkansas team. You see that Little sees that he's made it. Oh, they didn't get to that in the replay.
On the fly through the end zone by the man that tied Russell Erxleben's record, NCAA record. There he is, Steve Little. Friends, it's just hard for me to believe. 67 yards, Ara.
Well, I mentioned earlier that Lou Holt said that he had the range, and there was the opportunity for it, and he delivered.
Wow, both kickers have 2 now.
Back in my day, a 20-yard field goal was something.
So we have a tie ball game in this shootout. Undefeated Texas with the ball at the 20, following a record-tying field goal by Arkansas. Are they fired up? Larry Jackson, one of the tacklers on Earl Campbell, are absolutely half the length of a football gain.
One of the things that happened psychologically for the Razorbacks was after Texas had driven down the field with Campbell's runs, the blocked field goal, of course, increased the morale and the determination of the defense of the Razorbacks.
All right, we'll call it second down and 10 from the 20. The score is 6-6. About 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Campbell again. He got about 2 yards on the play. Jimmy Walker, 75 of Little Rock, and Larry Jackson, 66 of Hot Springs, Arkansas, made the stop. And let's see where they spot the ball. It's more like the 23, so it'll be a third down and 7.
Big play, Chris, because if they can hold here, they can force a punt into this wind. And Little, we know the range of Little now.
Steve Little, a snow skier, an excellent speed skater. His dad played at Western Illinois. 67 yards.
Reverse.
Oh, reverse. And Olympic gold medal winner, Lam Jones, in the relays. He won the gold. He was 6th in the 100 meters. And he didn't get anywhere. In fact, he lost yardage thanks to William Hampton, 82 and 86 Dan Hampton.
They had a little reverse on the play, but the timing was off. Oh, we've got a penalty on it.
A delay. A delay. We have 2 minutes remaining in the first half. The delay call against Texas.
You'd think they'd turn it down.
I would think.
Unless he blew the whistle prior to the snap.
Because that was a third down play error,
yeah.
So let's see.
He must have blown the whistle, which we couldn't hear here.
Oh, not with these Razorback fans. Delay.
I wouldn't want to give that. I would refuse that penalty if they had the. I'm sure they would if they had the opportunity. They can't.
All right. Time has been called by the Razorbacks. And they have 2 timeouts left here in the first half. And the same is true as Texas. Now, 2 minutes and 2 seconds, we've just been informed, remaining in the first half. And again, repeating, the clock here at the field not indicating the time. So with a delay penalty, it's a 3rd down and 12. From the Texas 18, the score is tied 6-6. Jackson and Lamb Jones set away as potential receivers. Campbell.
Look at him hollow.
Isn't that amazing, his strength?
He carried 3 of them.
He carried Larry Jackson. He carried 82 William Hampton. Oh. But that does bring up a 4th.
If it hadn't been the penalty on the previous down, he would have bled a 1st down out of that.
That's right. He gained 7 yards, so it brings up a 4th down and 5. And time has again been called by the Razorbacks.
Which leaves them 1 more, I think, Chris. No, they have 2 more.
There's number 29, Lusby, who anticipates a Texas punt. Okay, 4th down and 5, and Erxleben, who kicked 2 field goals for Texas, will now try to push Arkansas deep. Fair catch, called for at the 49 of Arkansas.
I think there's a demonstration of the wind, the velocity of the wind, the influence that the wind has on the ball. There's 150 left, and you could see it was a very short punt, and the Razorbacks have got the ball in good position with a little under 2 minutes to go.
Oh, they really have. They have it at the 49, 1st down. They have 1 timeout remaining here in the first half. Scores tied 6-6. Cal Cagney wants a lot of yardage.
Flip screen again.
Sails. And the Razorbacks sticking with their game plan, being patient, just waiting and waiting as Sales brings it into Texas territory at about the 38. Hatchett, making the stop at the Texas 38, 1st down.
Arkansas has screened twice, and both of them successfully, and both times to Sales.
Bobo and Farrell to the far side at the top of your screen on a 1st and 10 from the Texas 38. Cal Cagney, a bullet at the 30. 8-yard gain to Robert Farrell, the sophomore. Oh, he dropped it. Henry Williams knocking it out. Well, that'll bring up a 2nd down.
Good piece of defensive work. Good contact. There's the Razorback.
Boy, they're a statewide entity.
I got a couple of those to take home to my grandchildren.
You don't have grandchildren
oh,
there, do you?
betcha I do.
Oh,
yes, sir.
wonderful. Okay. 2nd down at 10. Oh, Ben Cowan's got his hands on a bullet. 3rd down and 10 coming up for Arkansas. Martinoni covering on the play. May have deflected the pass just a bit as the score is tied 6-6. About 1 minute remaining in this first half. We've had 4 field goals, naturally 2 by each team. A record-tying one by Steve Little, 67 yards, and a 33-yard by Little. Erxleben, the record setter, 58 and 52. Barwigan to the left, number 45 on 3rd and 10. All right, there's a procedure call.
Illegal procedure against the Razorbacks.
Perhaps Leotis Harris. So it'll be a 3rd down and 15. Snap will come from the 43 of Texas. We've just been given the time. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in the first half. 2 field goals by Texas in the first quarter. Retaliating beautifully. Arkansas in the second quarter with 2 field goals to tie the score. Hay and Bobo, potential pass receivers, on a 3rd and 15. Cal Cagney. No. Bruce Hay, number 81 of Blytheville, Arkansas, covered by Derek Hatchett. So, Steve Little, with the wind to his back, can break the deadlock in the closing moments of the first half.
It's going to be a 60-yarder this time.
Oh, is that all?
We know he's capable of it. One of the things, he's kicking from the right hash mark, and the soccer-type kicker has a tendency to hook the ball. It's a little tougher to kick from this hash mark.
Spot midfield, 10 of the end zone. Remember, he kicked 167 a while ago. Oh, I can't.
It was just a little left. They hooked it just a shade.
It was a bit to the left, but it was long enough. Oh, my heavens, 60 yards.
That's a tendency on the soccer-type kicker. When they get over the right hash mark, they'll try to direct the ball back, and they're more apt to hook the ball.
So each kicker now is 2 of 3 in field goals, and the score is still tied in the closing minute now of the first half. Nick? Now from the 20, following a missed field goal, Campbell. And the defense doesn't want to relax here in the closing seconds because that man can break one.
We've got Jackson, number 66, Larry Jackson, 6'2", 210. Watch him on this play. They had a little misdirection. They faked to the fullback one way, gave the ball to Campbell. He avoids one blocker. You can see him running to the sideline. Finally gets over and knocks Campbell out of bounds. No, he doesn't. He just barely gets him out of bounds.
He has 114 yards already in the game. 104 yards, 17 carries. Campbell. First and 10 from the 33. McEachern. Incomplete. Second down and 10. Covering Sampson. Covering Alfred Jackson, number 2. As we look at McEachern. Quite a story on this young man. His dad is a coach. Had a bad knee last year. He was red-shirted in '75. He's now a senior. He's from Pasadena, Texas. And as you see, his kicker put them in front 6-0, and then Steve Little of Arkansas came back to tie him. And now the closing seconds of the first half. Campbell on a 2nd and 10. Gained some yardage. William Hampton on the tackle, and now using one of their 3 timeouts with 1 to go, the Texas Longhorns have called timeout. This is a fiercely fought battle.
Each team has 1 timeout left, Chris, and I think there's about 40 seconds left to go in the ball game. With 3rd down and 6, they could force a punting situation here.
You know, 14 of the last 18 seasons, this game has decided the Southwest Conference Championship. 4 of those years, Texas and Arkansas tied for the title. This is an unbelievable series. That's why it's such a classic shootout again today.
Well, they had 2 great coaches, Darrell Royal and Frank Broyles, and now they've got 2 great coaches again in Fred Akers, and Lou Holtz, continuing the tradition of great football both at Arkansas and the University of Texas.
All right, Jackson, number 2, going to the far side, along with number 26, Lamb Jones. The top of your screen now on a 3rd down and 6. Snap at the Texas 37, McEachern. Well, there was resourceful blocking for the quarterback, who was nearly nailed, but moves ahead as Patrick Martin finally gets number 6, McEachern. And he brings it out for a gain.
They had him for a big loss there, and he escaped 2 men and came up for positive yardage on the play.
So it's going to now be a 4th down and 3, and we're waiting for word to come up from the field. The time left. It can't be too many seconds here in the first half with the score tied 6-6, and isn't she lovely? Do you agree, Aaron? Okay. Just want to see if you were watching.
You've got good taste, Chris.
Thanks. I learned it from you. Now at the 40. 4th down. So, that's it. We hope you enjoyed the first half. 4 field goals. 58, 52, 33. A record-tying 67-yard field goal. Texas 6, Arkansas 6.
I think
This picture coming to you from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Number 2 ranked Texas, unbeaten. Score tied 6-6. Kicking off to Arkansas. The Razorbacks decided to receive here in the start of the third quarter. So that means, Era, that they'll be going from left to right in the fourth with the wind.
Yeah, they've elected to take the wind. That surprised me, but that's how much I know about it. Here's the stats. You can see the total yards are almost even, 141 to 151. And the time and possession we don't have because the clock stopped, but I think it's significant. There are absolutely no turnovers in the first half. They're playing error-free football and very few penalties.
All right, now the Razorbacks out. 44 Bobo at the top of your screen. Bruce Hay, 81, is in the slot. The quarterback, number 18, Cal Cagney, from the 20. First and 10. Arkansas had the ball when the half ended. 6-6, Bobo. And Bobo, Hatchet knocked it loose. Whether Bobo had possession is something else to see. Now let's get a look at some very fine defensive players. And, of course, there'll be the Texas Longhorns. Williams, there's Shearer that we've talked about. And now McMichael, who's been in on a lot of fine plays, along with Jefferson, number 80. And Copeland, the linebacker. Lance Taylor, number 32. Martinoni, number 42. So there they are, working on the left in the white uniforms. That was ruled as an incompletion, so it'll be second down and 10 from the 20. The score tied 6-6. Cowens 28, Sales 21, the setbacks. Cowens carrying on the play. Cowens had only 36 yards in the first half, whereas his counterpart for the Longhorns had 108, Campbell. As we look at Hatchet, a cornerback, and these are the defensive backfield men. Blackwood, Churchman has been heard from. He held for Erxleben on those kicks. And Johnny Johnson, one of the really fine safeties in college football. So now Hay and Bobo to the far side of the field on a third down and 11 from the 19-yard line. Cal Cagney of Arkansas. And very often his passes have been taking off on him. High over the head of the intended receiver. Bruce Hay was the man that he wanted to hit, so now Arkansas will have to punt the ball, fourth down and 11, and the record-tying field goal kicker with a 67-yarder. There's an interesting shot by our director, Andy Sedaris, and our producer, Terry Jastro. Boy, they bring you right into in the seats. Now the end zone, 12 in red, is Little, and back deep is Johnny Johnson, and Little is kicking into that 20-mile-an-hour wind.
Coming after it. Ooh.
At midfield, Johnson brought down at the 47 of Arkansas, Texas. Fine field position. And the Arkansas fans felt that their kicker, Steve Little, had been rough. He did get off a 33-yard boot.
They might have got a little piece of it.
Let's look at the Arkansas defense. Mitchum is 56. Up front, Walker, 75. Freeman, 58, the middle guard. Hampton, 86. Jerry Saxton, 47. Larry Jackson, 66. Hampton, 82. Really fine-looking young men, aren't they? First and 10 now at the 47 of Arkansas. Texas with the ball, and Campbell turning, driving. Well, we saw the men up front. Let's look at the Arkansas defensive backs, the halfbacks and the safeties. There's Pat Martin, number 24, had a great first half. Lusby, 29, the other cornerback, and now to the safety men. Schapp, it's pronounced Schapp. Sampson, number 31, the free safety. So with the ball for Texas at the 39, it's going to be a second down and 2 with 12:56 remaining in the third quarter. Campbell trying for the first down. It's going to be very, very close. Let's look at the men that make the offense move here as they started from near the midfield stripe and are driving deeper into Arkansas territory. McEachern is the quarterback, number 6. Campbell, 20. Ham Jones, 25. Lamb Jones, 26. And Alfred Jackson, number 2. Down on the field, looking at the referee now, Percy Penn. And we're going to have a measurement from the far side of the field. Shorty Lawson of Abilene coming in. The line judge is Glenn Lippman from Houston, Texas. Field judge is J.D. Rowland of Wichita Falls. And Willie Spencer is the back judge from Houston. Jerry Saxton was shaken up on that last play and is brought to the near sideline.
This short.
Oh.
Look how close that is.
So it's going to be a third down and inches. Cornelius Smith, 39 of Gilmer, Texas, replaces Saxton, who was shaken up. All right. Snap will come from the 37. And it's a 3rd down and inches for the Longhorns. Score tied 6-6. Jackson 22, Jones 26. Right and left. Setbacks. Ooh.
Motion.
Cam Jones moved too fast. A loose ball. The Arkansas players claim they have it, but let's wait for the official.
Right. Stop the clock.
And here's the referee. It's a shift penalty. Declined as they did recover.
He did fumble the ball.
Right. A turnover by the Longhorns. And the Razorbacks have the ball now at the 37 era.
Well, you know, that's a big turnover because you know that they're within field goal range, and with the potential of Ertzleben, he's denied that opportunity with that turnover. First of the game.
Bobo the far side, 1st and 10. Cal Cagney handing to Ben Cowens, whom we indicated is the number 3 rusher in the nation. Lance Taylor made the stop along with Steve McMichael, number 99, and the gain is across the 40 out to the 43 as we have some scores coming up for you. It's going to be a 2nd down and 4. Here it's 6-6. Standoff in a shootout. Cowens may have gotten a 1st down. We look laterally to the far side of the field, and it's mighty, mighty close as Bill Acker makes the stop on the man with the ripped jersey, Ben Cowens of Arkansas. Let's look at this Pittsburgh leading Navy 21-7, Harvard 14, Dartmouth 7. Oh, Yale zipping Columbia 28-0. Brown over Cornell 7-0 in the 2nd quarter. Back to the action now. It's a 3rd down and again inches, the length of a football. His forward progress is where they will measure. And from here, it has to be a 1st down.
Right.
Bill Acker again on the stop, along with 32 Lance Taylor. Ben Cowens picks up the Arkansas 1st down. And you know, in the exchange, they gained 2 yards. The exchange coming from a punt and then a fumble recovery. And now Arkansas is out to its own 49.
The offensive line of Harris and Linda on the right side blocked well on that 1st down play. They're moving the Texas team out.
Trent Bryant is in the lineup for the 1st time. Michael Forrest, 33, carried on the play, and the Razorbacks are now in Texas territory. Bill Acker on the tackle. Four-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 6. And there's the Razorback. Incidentally, they lost the Hog this week, but they have a new one. Big Red, number 3. Razorbacks are fierce, so not too many people went hunting. Forrest knifing to the Texas 40 in this tie football game. 6-6, 3rd quarter, 10:29 to go.
Looks like they may have found something in the halftime because the offensive line is really blocking well.
And again, looking to the far side, the head linesman and his crew on a measurement for a 1st down. This is the 3rd close one we've had era in the 3rd quarter.
I guarantee you that turnover is very significant because with the Razorbacks have their backs to the wall, back in their own territory. Now they have the ball. They've punched out, I think, maybe 2 1st downs. Let's see. Not just short.
Oh, here we go.
All right. The field position is a big factor.
So it's going to be a 3rd down and inches. Here are 2 teams. Arkansas in 4 games scored 21 touchdowns. Texas in 4 games, both undefeated, scored 25 touchdowns. Texas allowed 2. Arkansas allowed 3. All right, 3rd and inches for the Razorbacks at the 41. Oh, yes. Cal Cagney going to the 36, 1st down.
That makes 6 out of 12 3rd down conversions for Arkansas. That's pretty good. That's 50%, while Texas has only converted 2 out of 10.
There you see the double choir-like huddle as signals are called by Cal Cagney. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, 6-6 the score. And Cowens and the game plan here in the second half era. They found something at halftime.
They sure have, because they are making yardage in the interior line, which was unyielding in the first half.
In fact, that line, fifth in rushing defense, allowing 76.2 per game. Number 2 in total defense and number 1 in scoring defense. Second down and about 3. That was Forrest, number 33, trying to spin for it as Lance Taylor stopped him short of the first down by about a yard, bringing up another third down.
Well, they've done it all staying inside the tackles. They are just punching to the inside against their strength. Brad Shear and Steve McMichael.
So now with the ball at the 28 of Texas. The sun is angling in from right to left. The wind is coming left to right.
Fourth and short. Boy, now they're not going to measure it, Chris.
Now the fist of the referee. It's fourth down.
We're going.
Steve Little is not on the field. He of the record-tying 67-yarder and a 33-yarder to tie Texas at 6-6. So here they go, the length of a football on fourth down. They got it.
Oh, he's got it.
First down at the 12. Blackwood making a going.
Boy, that was a good call, Chris, down there at the two option. Texas went to the goal line defense, and that's one of the toughest plays to stop. Calcagney comes down the line, beautiful option play, gets it off to Cowens, and they couldn't have had a better play on. I don't know whether they audibleized that or not.
A key turnover, a fumble recovered by the Razorbacks, and now on fourth down, a very important first down. Calcagney asking for silence from the 14 of Texas. And they keep piercing that line. Michael Forrest, a junior from Earl, Arkansas, number 33. There he is getting up, coming back to the Arkansas huddle. Martinoni and Taylor in on the tackle. And they're at about the 11 and a half. Let's call it second down and 7. 7:18 to go in the third quarter. 6-6. Bobo, 44, top right of your screen. The ends are in tight. He's the flanker. Calcagney for a half-yard loss. Johnny Johnson getting the shoulder. He's from LaGrange, Texas, number 27. And it's at the 12 now, and that's going to bring up a third down and about 7.
That was an interesting play because Calcagney wanted to deal the ball off to his trailing halfback, and number 8, Ricky Churchman, came up. His assignment was to keep from allowing the pitch man to get the ball, and denied him that effort by knocking him down.
45 Farwigan to the near side of the field. 3rd and 7 at the 12 of Texas.
There it is again.
There again, looking for a man to pitch to. A torn jersey, Calcagney. Ron Calcagney of Youngstown, Ohio. Morgan Copeland making the stop, and it is a fourth down coming up.
As you see here, Calcagney wants to deal the ball off, but Ricky Churchman is up there again, taking the pitch man and taking away. Looks like he might have the face mask here. Yes, look at that.
Wow, is that ever?
The official just missed it there. Did have the mask. Now there's an official right there looking at it.
It's too bad. Now the kick. The spot is the 15 plus the 10 of the end zone. Side-wheeling Steve Little, hoping to make his third field goal. It's up. 25 yards and good. Arkansas leads. .545 to go in the third quarter. I'll tell you, if there are ever cheerleaders on the road, it's the Longhorn Band. They're outnumbered here at the home of the Razorbacks. Texas with the ball at the start of the fourth quarter, 2nd and 5 from the 42. And Campbell, look out. And Arkansas, the third Texas turnover. Larry Jackson, number 66, has it. What a game.
He was really heading for that goal line. He had a hell of steam up, and the ball came loose. The third turnover in just over a quarter. Look at Campbell go through here. It was hit by about 3 men, and that's 3 turnovers in just a little over a quarter for the Texas Longhorns, and that hurts.
Yeah, in that third quarter, the Longhorns didn't come up with a first down. Isn't that wild? Crazy. So now from the 12, the third Texas turnover, Arkansas with 1, 14:53 left in this game. Arkansas leading 9-6. Clock starting, 25 seconds to snap it. Calcagney. Bobo.
And the offensive plays, Arkansas has made some crucial first downs in the third period that led to the leading field goal.
For Arkansas now, it's a 2nd down and 10 from the 12. And Michael Forrest carrying out there for about 5 yards, tackled by Lance Spencer as we join Bill Fleming again.
All right, Chris, a moment ago you saw Rick Burlingame being helped there. He has a pinched nerve in his neck. Excuse me, I meant Shoemaker. It's Burlingame who's gone into place of him. Shoemaker has a pinched nerve there in his neck, and it's quite painful. It's doubtful that he will get back in the ball game. So this young sophomore, Burlingame from Norman, Oklahoma, number 50, will have to carry the offensive center burdens.
Okay, Bill, thank you. We hope that pain subsides. All right, 3rd down and 4 for Arkansas. From the 18 and the flat, Bobo couldn't handle it, so it'll be a punting situation with the wind to his back. Steve Little will come into the lineup, number 12. Hatchett playing a fine defensive game, covering on the play.
Now Bobo comes down and breaks to the outside, puts a good move on. There's good coverage, and the ball is just slightly overthrown.
Steve Little, velocity is about the same. We'd say approximately 20 miles an hour to his back. We have Johnny Johnston deep. He's at his own 33.
Set for the return.
Kick will come from the 8. They're setting up the return. There goes Johnson.
Uh-oh, Lee's gone.
Look out. Johnson brings Texas back to the Arkansas 21. Following a 52-yard punt. Man, Johnny Johnson of Texas, about to field a 52-yard punt.
Chris, they set up a fine wall down the right boundary line. And you can see here there's some great blocks set. Johnson is dangerous. I know Lou Holt said yesterday that he was really concerned about it.
And Earl Campbell from the 21 of Arkansas, as Johnson returned the 52-yard punt 49 yards, Mike Massey made the tackle on Campbell. Campbell now 25 carries, 161 yards.
Well, in any event, that punt return neutralized that Campbell fumble earlier about the same area.
2nd down and 7. We look at McEachern.
Gee, that didn't seem like...
Well, a procedure. If he had folded his arms there, I'd start to get worried.
I'm sorry, I thought it was a delay again.
That time is flying too fast.
Yeah.
Which it is anyway, but 13-19. Okay. At the end of this classic battle between the Southwest Conference undefeated rivals, it'll be Prudential College Scoreboard. David Dials and Andrea Kirby in New York City will really bring you up to date. There were some great games played around the country today. Speaking of great, the World Series Game 4. Coming up later here on ABC this afternoon. 2nd and 12. There goes the gold medal winner. Lamb Jones. Jimmy Howard, 54, tripped him up.
Boy, it was a great play by Jimmy Howard. If he had not tripped him up right there, it could have been a long, long gainer. He kept his balance, kept his feet underneath him because he had a one-on-one open field situation. Super defensive play.
Arkansas is in the lead, 9-6. They came up with a go-ahead field goal of 25 yards in the third quarter. No touchdowns as yet. It's 3rd down and 6 for the Longhorns from the 17 of Arkansas. Watch. Cornelius Smith, number 39, put a hit on Campbell. Wow, gained a yard and a quarter.
Sure did, and here comes the field goal team.
Okay, we may have a tie ball game. Kirk Slavin with 2 successful field goals this afternoon, 58 and 52 yards. Missed a 41-yarder. Will now try again. Holding the ball is Churchman. The spot is the 23. It's a 33-yard kick into the wind. It's up. No good. Arkansas continues to lead 9-6. Way Arkansas continues to lead. They're about a 1-point underdog in this battle. 11:40 left in the game as we look at their coach, Lou Holtz.
Erxleben asked what he thought he had made it, I guess. It must have been close. We couldn't tell from this angle, but in any event, he thought it was close enough to be called good.
Second down and 7. The offensive center is Mike Burlingame, who is filling in for Rick Shoemaker of Texarkana, Texas, who has a pinched nerve. And a little earlier, Bill Fleming gave you a report on Rick. So now it's a second down and 6. Cowens, number 1 rusher for the Razorbacks, number 3 in the nation coming into this game, whereas Campbell of Texas was number 5, but Campbell already has 161 yards. Cowens has 83 yards thus far. The snap will come from the 27.
Cal Cagney has asked for a number of discretionary timeouts during the course of the game. That noise must be pretty loud on the field.
First down, Arkansas.
Beautifully executed down the line option with good blocking by the lead blocker. And they pick up a crucial first down.
And the snap now will come from the Arkansas 34, consuming the time. We're in the final quarter. 10:28 to go. Arkansas 9, Texas 6 on field goals. Cal Cagney. And that was Roland Sales of Fort Worth, number 21. With a 4-yard gain out to the 38. Second down and 6 for the Razorbacks in red. Bruce Hay, 81 to the left. And Cowens again. Those are 3 hard-earned yards by Cowens. Lance Taylor, one of the tacklers on Cowens at 186. 6-footer, and his program weight after seeing him at lunch yesterday, he weighs more than 186.
He had momentary daylight there, but the Texas defense closed it very quickly.
3rd and 3 once more for the Razorbacks. They made it on their last try. Sales was the man they called on, and it appears to me that he's short.
Just a tad. You can bet Lou Holtz is going to punt it away. You know, Chris, Texas has come very close to blocking punts in the 3rd period. Now it looks like they're deploying now for a return again because they had success last time.
All right, and back deep is Johnny Johnston, number 27. Last time he returned it 49 yards. Little, a fine punter. There he is, number 12. End over end. He's going for the corner.
Kicked it away from Johnson.
Okay. The Arkansas campus, where Dr. Charles Bishop is the president. University started in 1862. University of Texas has the ball now. It started in 1883. And they have the ball after a punt. They went into the end zone at the 20. McEachern to Campbell. And Campbell tripped up by 29, Vaughn Lusby, right at the shoe top. And it was probably a good idea that he did because Campbell was rolling.
Picked up about 4 yards on the play.
I don't think we can say enough for the preparation that both coaches have done with these 2 fine teams.
Chris, it's really true. They came in here ranked 2-8. They started the season not being ranked. These are 2 fine football teams.
All right, slot formation to the far side. It's a second down and 6. Randy McEachern, the Texas quarterback. Campbell.
Good tackle. Boy, he was really tagged that time.
Larry Jackson, 66. Lusby, 29. 39, Cornelius Smith. rash on the artificial turf. Yet he has 169 yards. A game without a touchdown. 9-6, Arkansas leading. Texas with the ball. Lamb Jones going to the far side. It's a 3rd and 4. Jones with the first down for the Longhorns at the 40.
That's a big play. They needed that first down going into the wind. It was well executed. They had the 3rd receiver into the right flat and good blocking on the play. And it was delivered right on target by Randy McEacher.
That's that show band of the Southwest from the University of Texas, and they are great. Now, from the 40, near the 40, first down. Texas trailing 6-9. 6:47 left in the game. McEacher has a man loose. Alfred Jackson. What a play. Jim Howard covering.
Here we have Alfred Jackson. They caught Arkansas in a double zone, and the corner man allowed him to get by him too rapidly. The deep safety could not get over to shelter him and cover it. And Alfred Jackson made a great catch on the play. Here he is coming back. You see the safety man just doesn't quite get there. Jackson comes back and grabs the ball, and it is a real big pass play.
30-yard gain to the 30 of Arkansas, first down, 6:21 left. McEacher, Campbell. McEacher has thrown 9 times, that's all. He's completed 3.
And he's had a couple, 2 or 3 of them drop too, Chris.
Yes, he has.
He's played very well, I think, stepping in after 2 injuries. And stepping in here in a pressure game like this, I think he's handled himself exceptionally well.
Only a yard gain by Campbell, so it'll be 2nd and 9 at the arc. Texas and white, they're Hook'em Horns cheerleaders. Time left in the game, and the scores.
Little screen here, look at this.
He did not get in, but he got to the 1.
Big play.
Big play. A 28-yard beauty that puts the Longhorns at the 1 with goal to go.
Here you see Campbell gets the ball, but the execution in the backfield was such that they faked the reverse to the right, and Campbell slipped out into the left flat. It was a well-conceived play. The timing was just right on it. And who says that Texas can't pass the football? They've moved in three or four plays, almost the length of the field into the wind.
This is the 7th play in this drive that began at the Texas 20. Trying to cap an 80-yard march. First and goal from the 1. Campbell denied. Larry Jackson won up, along with 39, Cornelius Smith.
Well, they got a lot of penetration here. Come in here and they really stopped Campbell cold. You can see about 3 or 4 of the Razorbacks right in on Campbell. Earl makes nothing on the play.
They lost the length of a football, so it'll be 2nd and goal for the Longhorns, trailing 6-9. 4:40 left in the game. McEacher. And a little flip to Ham Jones, number 25, and the first touchdown of the game puts Texas on top, 12-9.
This is a well-executed option play. They flick the ball to Campbell and then just tosses it out down the goal line. They have a lot of confidence in their ability to execute that. And Jimmy Ham Jones scores the first touchdown of the game since Texas into the lead.
80-yard drive, and on the 8th play, they capped it. So now, 12-9, they go for the extra point. Erxleben kicking it straight away. Churchman holding it. The kick is up. It's good. Texas leads 13-9. And the band is happy.
Now, Chris, that places the Razorbacks in a position where they're going to have to score a touchdown if they expect to take the lead. That's a 4-point lead, and that extra point was very important.
Thanks, Bill. The kickoff from Slavin. And here's one that's going to be fielded by Tommy Rystrom. 15, 20, out to about the 22. And you know, as McEachern of Texas helped his team upset Oklahoma last week, in this 80-yard drive, he threw 3 passes, completed 3, for 71 of the yards.
That's what he did last week to take that key touchdown in, or the key drive in, the only touchdown in the ball game last week.
So now the Razorbacks trailing by 4 with 4:26 to go after leading 9-6. With the ball, 1st and 10 at the 22.
Come right back with a screen.
Forrest. Pretty close to a first down. Morgan Copeland, number 38 on the tackle. And the Razorbacks now hustling back to the huddle. Clock is running. Each team with 3 timeouts here in the second half. What a game. We hope you've enjoyed it. Typical of exclusive coverage of NCAA college football. What a way to spend an autumn afternoon. Bruce Hayes, Bobo, potential receiver. It's a 2nd down and 1. And that's Cowan scrambling for the first down, and he has it. Charles Clay was the player that brought in what Lou wants them to run. Lou Holtz, 8th year as a head coach. William & Mary, North Carolina State. The Jets for a year, and now his first year at Arkansas. First down from the 33. Arkansas really in trouble. 3:30 to go in the game. And out in the flat, Bobo.
They just had a one-on-one. They just sent Bobo down. Everybody else blocked, trying to hit him on an out pattern. And Cal Cademy just threw the ball over his head. Timing was off on the play somehow.
Arrow, what they did defensively, a safety blitz on Cal Cagney, you know?
Yeah, but they don't think they got to him. He was able to get the pass off.
Right.
He overthrew the receiver. It was just a one-man route.
So, 2nd and 10. 3:27 to go. And the Texas defense is in on Cal Cagney. Tim Campbell, a junior from Tyler. So we go to Bill Fleming.
All right, it looks like Tennessee and Alabama are having a close one, too. Roger Chapman kicked the field goal first, and then Jim Gaylor came right back to make it 3-3. However, Tennessee has no first downs midway through the second quarter. And Notre Dame has added a 29-yard field goal by Dave Reeves, leading Army 10-0.
And now Cal Cagney sacked for the second time. A marker goes down on a 3rd and 16. Procedure called against Arkansas.
The referee turned and was making a signal, and Cal Cagney was knocked down by a defender who apparently didn't know that the whistle had blown.
So the ball goes back to the 22. Distraught. Really upset, little Arkansas cheerleader. 2:51 to go. Texas leading 13-9. Arkansas with the ball and a big 3rd down and 22 from the 22. Michael Forrest, it didn't work. Stopped at the 25, and Little will come in to punt on 4th down. 2:39, clock running, left in the game.
He never takes me anywhere.
Texas in the lead, now with the ball at the 20, 1st and 10. They lead 13-9 after trailing 6-9. Campbell.
Boy,
He is tough.
just picked up another first down.
66 is Larry Jackson. 31 is Howard Sampson. And he is having a sensational afternoon.
Would you believe 31 carries and 181 yards?
Yes, I would. And there's Lou Holtz, the opposition. Arkansas coach. 4 wins, no losses. 160 points to the opposition's 25. Freddie Akers with Texas, 197 points, allowing 21. 1 touchdown today, the rest of the scoring field goals. 1:39 to go in the game. 1st and 10 from the 31. And to Campbell. Texas, 3 turnovers. Arkansas won in this game today. A minute 28 to go in this game. The 59th meeting between Texas and Arkansas. Arkansas hasn't won in 5 years. Texas leading in the series 44-14, but in recent years, today's game is typical of the recent battles. Texas leading 13-9. 2nd and 7. Campbell carrying on that second down play. Mike Massey making the tackle.
Chris, excuse me, Chris, there was nothing there, and Campbell read it to the outside and was able to pick up yardage. And of course, Arkansas has taken their second time out. They've got one more opportunity to kill the clock and hopefully force the Texas Longhorns into a kicking situation.
All right, here's Bill Fleming. Let's join Bill Fleming.
All right, our ABC announcers have voted today, and here are the offensive and defensive players of the game. Earl Campbell, 185 yards of Texas. The offensive player of the game in Chevrolet will send $1,000 to the General Scholarship Fund of the University of Texas in his name. Larry Jackson, outstanding linebacker from Hot Springs, Arkansas, number 66, the defensive player of the game, and also $1,000 is sent by Chevrolet to the General Scholarship Fund of the University of Arkansas. So congratulations, gentlemen. A game well played.
How true, Bill Fleming. This is the lowest scoring battle since 1966. Texas, Arkansas's oldest rival, and the Longhorns ranked number 2, trying to remain undefeated in their 5th game, leading 13-9, having the ball with 1:19 to go. It's a 3rd and 2 from the 39.
He's got it.
That is Randy McEachern, the senior who came off the bench last week to help upset Oklahoma. Jackson making the tackle, joined by Jim Howard and Mike Massey. We'd like to thank Frank Broyles, athletic director here at the University of Arkansas, Butch Henry, the sports information director, and Darrell Ryle, like Frank, old buddies, many, many years, and of course, Jones Ramsey of the University of Texas sports information staff. They have been very helpful, Errol.
Sure have. It's been well, there's the first down signal.
I got awfully brave in calling that, didn't I? Helping us in the booth, of course, is our spotter of all these years and many games, Bill Friel of Norristown, Pennsylvania, and Mike Swanson, keeping the stats, that KU student from Lawrence, Kansas, and we thank you both. So now, with 58 seconds left in this game, a game that we hope you've enjoyed. It's been a beautifully played game. Both teams well drilled for this battle. Lamb Jones is to the near side of the field on a 1st and 10 from the 41 for Texas, leading by 4. Campbell carrying for a yard.
Well, they only have one more timeout left. Not enough to protect. They need more time on the clock is what they need.
And pretty soon we're going to hear the Eyes of Texas lyrics, which were written in 1903 by John Lang Sinclair, Texas Longhorns. Now with 36 seconds remaining in the game, they'll have a 2nd down and 9 at their own 42, protecting a 13-9 lead, which was gained here in the last quarter, an 80-yard drive. Randy McEachern keeping on the play, Aaron.
Well, Chris, you know, the dominance of Campbell is demonstrated here in the statistics where he rushed for 191 yards, and Arkansas's total rushing effort was 183, so he outgained the entire Arkansas team. He also caught a pass for 28 yards, so his total offensive production is 219 yards.
Next week, Texas plays SMU, and Arkansas will meet the University of Houston, and the time has gone. Another classic Arkansas-Texas game has ended. The Longhorns, ranked number 2, win it by a score of 13-9 here in the Ozarks. Earl Campbell congratulating Lou Holtz, and in return, Lou Holtz, a great gentleman, congratulating Campbell on a super performance here this afternoon.
It was a clean football game, and two great teams competing against one another.
The Texas Longhorns winning this classic for the 45th time. Arkansas with 14 wins. Today's score in a rough battle, 13-9.